As professional drivers, we're all used to handling the big stuff, right? Complex traffic, high-speed roads, that's our world. But today, we're going to focus on a different kind of challenge, a danger that's hiding where you might least expect it, at really low speeds.
So just think about that for a second. What if the biggest risk we face isn't out on the open highway? We train all the time for high-speed situations, but this safety review really makes you wonder, are we paying enough attention when we slow down? Are we maybe overlooking a huge danger zone right in our own depots and stations? And this right here just shows the paradox perfectly. You've got a state-of-the-art vehicle, a real symbol of our professionalism, and right next to it, the result of a simple, low-speed miscalculation. That contrast really gets to the heart of the problem. These aren't high-speed wrecks, they're totally preventable incidents happening on familiar ground.
The safety alert is crystal clear on this. The incidents they looked at didn't happen out on the open road. They happened right here during the routine stuff, parking, docking, the kinds of maneuvers we do dozens of times a day, probably without even thinking about it. And, well, that's exactly the problem.
This image, well, it says it all, doesn't it? The main takeaway is so simple. Low speed does not mean low risk. It's a powerful reminder that the chance for damage is always there, especially when we're in the tight, confined spaces of a depot.
So let's actually break down how these accidents are happening. It's not one single catastrophic mistake. What the safety review found is a chain of small, avoidable errors that just add up to a much bigger problem. And here they are, the three main culprits. First, rushing. Second, assuming instead of actually checking. And third, failing to just stop and reassess when something feels off. See how one leads right into the next? It's a pattern. And the good news is, once we can see that pattern, we can break it.
It all starts with that number one mistake, rushing. Just trying to park or turn a little too quickly, maybe feeling the pressure of the schedule. But in a depot, those few seconds you think you're saving are the exact seconds you need to really look around and spot a hazard before it becomes an incident.
And rushing leads directly to that second mistake, making assumptions. Look, we have these incredible tools, our mirrors. But a mirror you don't check is basically just a blind spot. The error happens when we just assume the way is clear, instead of taking that split second to visually confirm it with our own eyes.
And this is the final link in that chain. You're halfway through a turn, and you get that feeling, that little voice in your head that says, this feels a little tight. The mistake is pushing through it, just hoping for the best, instead of listening to your professional gut, stopping, and taking another look at the situation.
All right, enough about the problem. Let's shift gears and talk about the solution. The safety alert gives us a really clear, actionable playbook for preventing these things, a guide to staying safe in that low-speed zone. So here's your 4-step plan. It's simple, it's direct, and it's the perfect counterattack to those 3 root causes we just talked about. Slow down, confirm visually, correct early, and, maybe most importantly, take your time. Let's look at each one. This brings us to that second step, confirming your clearance. It really just means never assuming. It's all about using your mirrors, doing a quick scan, and being 100% sure of your space before you commit to moving. It's about replacing assumption with certainty. So what does correcting early actually look like in real life? It's simple. The second you feel uncertain, you stop. You don't wait until you hear that awful crunching sound. You stop while you've still got plenty of space and time to adjust your position safely. It's a proactive move, not a reactive one. And finally, the 4th step, which really holds everything else together, is just to take your time. We have to remember, depots and stations are high-risk environments. They are not the open road. They demand more patience, more focus, and a much more deliberate pace. Rushing simply has no place here. So, after we've broken down all the problems and the solutions, the safety alert boils everything down to one single, powerful golden rule. If you remember nothing else from this, please remember this. This is it. This should be your mantra for every depot, every station, every single time you're maneuvering. 3 simple actions in a non-negotiable order. Slow down, check, then move. It's the core principle that will prevent almost every single one of these low-speed incidents. And it's so crucial to remember the context here. This golden rule is so important because depots and stations are high-risk zones. It really is that simple. The environment itself tells you how to approach it, and the right approach is always caution. Ultimately, all of this comes back to us. It's about our skill, our experience, and our commitment to safety. Applying these rules isn't just about following some procedure, it's a direct reflection of our professionalism. So I'll just leave you with a final thought to take with you on your very next shift. The next time you pull into the depot and you're getting ready to park, what will you check first?